This is another one for them. Man, I was trying that. I was trying the kick drum technique last night, and man, it's really hard. It was taking a lot of focus for me to, like, you get locked into what you're used to, and then I would have to, like, stop myself. But I was like losing some of my accuracy trying to play the other way too. So it's still a little difficult for me, but I want to keep working on it, because I do feel a lot more like balanced when my heel is touching the ground, or like when it's ending on the ground, I guess you can say. And also the bass drum or like the beater not resting on the head, you know what I mean? I'm talking really slow because I'm super tired. But
it's interesting for me. I found that when I would really get into it, if I focused on it, like I had to think about it. But as I got into a groove, I realized that that's almost kind of what I've been doing anyway. Like when I'm really getting into a nice groove, you kind of do feel that bounce, that the weight of your foot or the weight of your leg kind of doing that bouncing movement, and
yeah.
So it once I got into a really good feeling groove, it actually felt easier than what I had been doing. But if I had to stop and think about it, it messed with my brain.
Yeah, there's I noticed that like so last night I was just playing a wedding, and it was like during the cocktail hour we had to play some like jazzy tunes and mellower stuff, and it was a lot easier. So like the thought that you were saying, Adam, with your foot further back on the pedal, and like kind of level with the ground, that was really working good for like the mellower stuff, and I could get some better tones out of the kick drum, it felt like. But then once we got into like it's party time dance set, it was like, man, it was really hard. It was, that like the June gloom is kind of messing with the metal in my ankle too, so that's like it causes some pain and stuff. But anyways, definitely it's cool though, like to get where you have to think about what you're playing, and think about the technique that you're using and all that stuff. I love that.
There's you guys know Chris Adler. I don't know if you can see this. That's an attachment that goes on the bottom of the. It goes on the back of the pedal.
Okay.
And it's kind of like it helps it, like what, like I said, it assists you of getting. It elevates the ground for you, so your heel will touch the ground like
Nice.
easy with that. Chris Adler and a bunch of metal guys use it for like speed and stuff like that, but it kind of like does what Adam was saying, where it helps connect to the ground, and you can put your foot back further and things like that. So I don't know if you could check it out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is that adjustable?
I think so. Yeah, I haven't used it myself, but it's called Vruk, VRUK.
Cool. I gotta check that out. I love those the DW I think it's a DW 3000 pedal where it doesn't have the heel.
Yeah.
It's your heel's on the ground. That's kind of like, I think that's like my favorite pedal. I don't have one, but like when I first saw it, I was just like, what? This is never gonna work. And then it just it's really like simple, but I don't trust it. It seems like it's a little bit like the pieces are it's really simple design and really like like a small little chain. It looks like a break.
It's a 3000. Yeah. They break a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a nice. I mean, it's a great design though. Feels really quick and really good, and feel on the floor. It's cool.
Well, do you use longboards or no?
I would love to try those too, but I always use the Iron Cobra, the Tama.
Okay, yeah.
I've had it for years and years. This one's probably, I don't know, 10, 20 years. Well, not this one. Or yeah, maybe this one. Yeah, I've had it for years though. Years.
Something with a longboard might help out a lot. I'm using an Axis pedal right now, but usually I don't like EWs or anything that has a really flat base heel.
Yeah.
I need it with like a little angle, because like I do when I do hit, I do bring my heel down, and like that impact kind of like sucks sometimes.
Yeah, I need to figure this out because I'm pretty due for new pedals. I've had the same hi-hat pedal and the same kick pedal for years, man. Like I've had the same hi-hat pedal for probably like 20 years or something. Maybe not. That's maybe an exaggeration, but and like I've
do hi-hat pedals get switched out as?
No, not really, but you don't. I mean, there's vintage stuff that you can use that still works great, but like it's for my mind. Like if I'm playing a bigger show or a concert, I don't want something to fail because it's old, you know. And like I want the sturdiest. Sure. I'll even sacrifice a little bit of comfort, like, or a little bit of accuracy if it's like sturdy, you know. So like I'll use a DW 9000 because it's I don't know, strong and sturdy. Excuse me. So but you know, or if I'm using my pedals, then I always bring two just in case one fails. But I've had hi-hats, like I've had my hi-hat, you know, like something, you know, break where it's all the way down and it's stuck. And it's just like, and there's
the pull rod is like,
I've had like something like pieces like the chain come loose, you know, and like just fail, and then that's not like a quick fix. You gotta like bust out tools and stuff. So
it's mostly like on house kits. Like I feel like people that go and play in house kits, a lot of professionals play, a lot of people that respect the equipment, but a lot of like younger cats play that like that just want to like smash, and it looks cool, you know, like playing really hard and abusing.
Yeah,
I've seen people like stomp on the hi-hat pedal, which is like the only thing that's holding the pull rod to the bottom of the bass is the threads when you thread it in. So
right.
So depending on the pull rod, if it's not good quality, you're gonna break those threads.
Right.
So nobody thinks about that.
Yeah. And that the other thing is too, like I prefer my kick pedal and my hi-hat pedal to match. I don't know, it's just a thing. So like right now they don't match, and it doesn't, like, it's not like bumming me out, but like my real kit, I like it to match.
That's the reason for any imbalance going on in your life right now, Corey. Your bass drum foot, so your whole energy is out of whack.
That's the problem though. If I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just get a DW 9000, and I'm like, okay, well, I gotta get a DW 9000 hi-hat too, and now I'm spending $1,000 or something.
Yeah, it's kind of like all this therapy I'm doing. Now that I'm so centered and regulated, I realize I'm just an asshole.
All right. Well, that's a good place to start here. So let's continue with what we did last time. Instead of like 8 and then 8, let's do singles, doubles, paradiddles. So singles, doubles, and like doubles are not like it's in between every stroke. Okay, and then paradiddles, paradiddle. So it works out to where your hands are playing eighth notes, and then if you put your kick in, it makes it 16 notes. 1 E and a 2, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay. All right. So we'll start with that, and then we'll go back onto the accent accuracy thing, or the permutation accent thing. Yeah, it's totally like overcast here with the marine layer in North San Diego, Oceanside. So man, I'm like totally feeling my ankle today. I gotta finish that podcast, man, of my injury. It's like I started it and then it's just like so much work that I just was like, forget it. It'll be a good one when it's done. Let's see. Does that feel too fast to you guys, or is that good to start? Okay, good. That's 80. Let's start there. Singles, doubles, paradiddles, each one measure each. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Well, hold on. What am I doing? 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2. Hold on, I'm missing it here. Hold on. There we go. Let me fix this. 2 and a 3. Here we go. Couple more. Last one. Oh man, I wasn't counting. That's why. Okay, 1 second here. Oh man. Oh. Ooh. All right, let's move it up. All right, one measure each. Singles, doubles, paradiddles. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you guys hold on 1 second? Sorry, I keep forgetting to set the timer. Sorry, guys. All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. halfway there. Sorry. Dude, here I go. Last one. My goodness. It's kind of struggle fest for me this morning. Okay. I need to get my mind right here. So yeah, as soon as I started thinking like I'm concentrating on one thing, like I'm concentrating on either the click or I'm concentrating on if I'm doing an actual one measure each. And then I was like, oh, you're not focusing on your breathing. And then I started trying to breathe. And then when I was focusing on my breathing, it went away. So it shows that my concentration is not there this morning, but yeah, it is a no excuses, but it is a little bit of a, I'm way more tired than I think or I thought. I'm planning on not going to the beach today and laying down on the couch and taking a nap. All right, so let's try something a little different. Let's take it down to 70. And this time let's do triplets, but let's do diddles on our foot. So same thing, singles, doubles, paradiddles, but okay, so one in. Okay, so I don't know if we're doing 8th note triplets or we're doing 16th note triplets, I believe. Oops. That's not 16 note triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it is. All right, so let's go down a little bit slower. There. We're gonna be feeling the burn if we're doing this for 2 minutes. All right, so try to pace yourself. Try to breathe, try to stretch, try to, yeah. Oh, all right. Let me get some coffee. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Halfway. That's the last one, anyways. Oh man, almost this close. How's everyone feeling on that one?
That was a 100% fold for me. That's just a.
Oh, that's
I
hard.
just can't. I can't get doubles at that speed consistently. The only time I can get doubles that fast is if it's an effect, like boom into one.
Yeah,
Just boom, 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 boom. Like I try to work on the samba groove as much as I can, and that's the hardest. That's the hardest part of it for me is consistent eighth note doubles, while
really
also
hard.
doing other things.
Yeah, exactly. It's really, really difficult for me, man. That's like so hard.
That's definitely one I need to work on.
That one's really unique for me, man. It's hard because it's just a lot, it's a lot of notes. It's a lot of notes that we're putting in there. 16-note triplets, on our kick is hard. But maybe an eighth note triplet thing, like a slower version, might be the ticket here. So maybe that's a better thing to work to be able to work on it, because we're like I said, we're doing 16-note triplets, and that's quite fast, and it's
that'll probably be where I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's it's definitely one to take into the time machine. And
so Adam, that one that we just did, that was 100% my heel up and my toes down, and so that's it's like that exercise right there is, I think, something I need to work on to get that, like that kind of vibe. That might be the ticket.
Yeah, the double is the cherry for the kind of molar bass drum, just because the hardest part is getting the single. Once you just get the general idea of dropping the leg and getting a note, but because once you have that, then adding the double is simpler. So
that can't be good though. The way that my technique is, your technique seems like it's so much better for me, because like right now I feel it all in just this thigh. That can't be good for my back, man. Like the way that I'm doing it, holding my foot up the whole time. And actually, I guess I'm okay. So, man, it's so hard to explain. I think I feel like I just need to take a lesson with you, dude. Like, because I feel like I am doing the same idea, but I'm resting my foot on my beater on the head for the second hit, but my heel is still up. And so, like, yeah, like it's kind of I don't know if it's a molar technique, but it seems like it kind of is. Like, well, the way that I'm hitting the beater though, it's kind of like that type of thing, and it's staying on the beater when I hit the second one. But yeah, but my heel is not touching the ground at all. So like, yeah, it's not hitting at all. It's constantly up, and I'm just like moving my foot. Kind of weird. Oh well.
Yeah, I thought that's probably more common. I haven't like checked the ratio of drummers who are heel up to heel down or anything, but I think it's probably more common. Especially, it seems like more drummers are sitting higher, which kind of makes it harder to keep the heel on the floor. So
I pretty much sit as high as you possibly can. I mean, I just really like it's a crucial part of me playing drums. I feel like so different if I'm sitting low. But I want to think that like first of all, I never had like real instruction. Like none of my teachers focused on kick drum technique. It was just all reading and playing rudiments. But I want to think that like since forever, even before I broke my ankle, that was my deal, like heel up, so I can get as much force into the kick drum as possible, and or as much sound out of the kick drum. But yeah, I don't know. It's cool though.
Yeah, it took me about a semester because I played heel up when I went to school, and Ed was just like, man, you're never gonna really, well, according to him, like be able to play all styles that way. You felt like for certain styles, you need to be able to play quiet, you need to be able to pull the beater off the head to get resonance. And
Right.
so, yeah, so it took me, yeah, probably, what is that, 4 months, 5 months of doing it before it got comfortable. But once it did, then the double was just like, oh my God, it's like, how could I play any other way? That's how it was for me.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, I mean, to you, having metal in the joint in your ankle is definitely a variable. So, yeah.
All right, so let's jump off of that one and let's go to let's go to what we were doing on Monday or Friday. Let me share this. I'm gonna keep reintroducing that triplet one. You know, maybe
Please do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool
Keep that one on the rotation. Adam, when you're doing your molar bass drum technique, do you find it more or a difference in accenting the first one if you wanted to go boom boom as opposed to boom? Because with the molar technique, the hit or your foot landing is the second beat, right? It's tap land, tap land, tap land. Do you have is there an adjustment that you make if you wanted to go have the first beat be stronger? Because I'm finding that boom 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 is a lot more consistent than boom 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 boom.
I think you're muted.
I don't really think of when I would accent the first versus the second, or I would accent them equally.
Or yeah, I guess making them equal as opposed to because if I'm sliding my foot and kind of adjusting the position for each hit, I can get a consistent pattern going. But as soon as I start to make them even and ba-ba and ba-ba and ba-ba, like the triplet thing that we were doing, I lose that fluidity. And one of them wants to be, I mean, I'm sure it's just a matter of practice.
Yeah, and increasing the tempo or the volume of the tap and decreasing the volume of the heel stroke. Like that would be the way to even them out. Kind of like the old double exercise where you tap this, you increase the volume on the second note of the double, so that when you get them faster, they even out. I guess it's similar to that. Like you get it to the point where you can play it, and then you start adding the subtlety of dynamics and try to make your tap louder, tap stroke in the air with the heel up louder, and then the softer with the heel down.
Gotcha.
Would be the, but I mean, yeah, it's all predicated by being able to play it comfortably. So,
you know what I just thought of too? Something that you brought up before, Adam, is maybe the reason why it's harder too for me here on this kit, and it wasn't as difficult last night, is because I do have that giant 3-inch foam pad on my kick drum, and so my beater is like, where it touches the head is like 3 inches further away than it would be normally if it was hitting the actual head, so that, I mean, 3 or 4 inches is like quite a different, as far as my flexibility, that's quite substantial, so
yeah, are you able to go back and forth comfortably?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think about it. It's just kind of like, yeah, here, let me take this off. It is different. It is a lot more comfortable. Let me see here. So it does make a difference. It does make a difference, but then now it's just like a mental thing of like concentrating on a different technique than wrapping my head around that,
Well, if you're lucky enough or have the opportunity to have a second kick drum, if you get a second kick drum, you can probably dial one in for regular play and then dial one in for for the pad that you have.
You know what? If I didn't have to switch over so much, I have a mesh head for this.
Yeah.
It would be. I mean, I know it doesn't feel it's like really bouncy, but it's at least it's in the right place. You know.
Yeah.
They should make a little adapter for your kick drum pedal though. That like maybe like it attaches
Extends it
to
a little
your,
out.
yeah, attaches to your where your pedal attaches, and then it's a little bit further out. Why wouldn't they think of that? Ooh, I need to license that to Aquarian.
Or maybe like like Jeffrey said, some cheap ass bass drum that you could put the mesh head on and swap it.
Yeah.
Or a kick pedal. I would just get a second kick pedal, cheap, and then adjust that to feel like if I was playing on a regular head, and use that for my practice one.
That's a good idea. Yeah, that is a good idea. I'm gonna do that.
Because it's easier to adjust when you have the super pads or whatever mesh pads on your toms and stuff like that. You realize, okay, it's not that hard. Maybe like a half inch or inch on the tom, and taking it off is not a big difference. But on the foot, it's very, you have these very minute muscles. It makes a big of a difference. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, hold on a second. All right. So, all right. So you guys see it here. We're going to do the first 8. And then instead of the accent, we're putting our kick drum there. So just like we did on Wednesday. So 16 notes. And then the kick moves over once, one 16 note. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a. And last time we did the first 2 measures over and over, repeated them twice. I would like to do that. Actually, why don't we do that first? Why don't we do 2 measures each of measure 1, measure 2, and then when we stop and get some coffee, we'll do measure 3, measure 4, and repeat them twice each. All right, for 2 minutes each. Now this is going to be hard because I need to figure out okay, hold on. Sorry, a lot of technical difficulties here. Let's see, display and brightness. Auto lock never. There we go.
Sam, I noticed.
Yep, frozen.
Oh, yeah, we lost you, Jeffrey. Oh.
So you're not the only one, Sam.
I guess not. Well, it's funny because I always think it's me because it's my drum space is right in between like the 2 Wi-Fi routers, so it's always switching between the 2, and it never so Jeffrey, we lost everything that you just said there, unfortunately.
I was talking, I'm like, oh, everybody's like, they're either paying really good attention or everything froze.
So what were you saying?
It keeps cutting out.
Oh, there you go.
Zoom is censoring him.
Yeah.
That's right. He must have had some real important shit to say.
Yeah. You talking Trump?
Cancel culture. We keep losing. All right. Well, let's go on. Man, I forget how fast we were doing this.
I think we made it to 100 by the time we made it. By the time we finished yesterday or Wednesday.
Let's do it like a slow pass. 85. Oops, not in 5. Okay. So just measure 1, measure 2 twice each. Okay. Let me get the metronome. Whoop. What is that? Why is the what? There we go. All right, here we go. Measure 1, measure 2, 2 times each, 2 minutes. 1, 2, ready, go. Ah. This is the last one. Very nice. Okay, cool. Now let's just not skip a beat, but let's go to measure 3, measure 4. So 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 1E and oops 1E and a 2E and a ooh, that's gonna be hard. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can get this. 1, 2, ready, go. Ah. There we go. There we go. Missed that one. Oh man, keep missing that last one. Ah, gosh. There we go. Last one here. Was that as hard for anybody else as it was for me? That was really hard for me.
I think the trick is that it's actually a 3, 4, and 5 exercise because we're playing 4-note groupings, but to go from one, like let's say we were just playing the upbeat to the last 16th note, that transition is a 5, and the transition back from the upbeat to the last 16th note to the upbeat is a 3.
Oh yeah.
So like really knowing your 3s and 5s helps the transitions.
Yeah, I've gotten so used to transitioning back to, on the beat, like on measure 1 from that last 16th note. And so that was really throwing me off. So yeah, doing 3 right there. Wow.
Ba-tu-tu-ba. Yeah, and then the 5 like transit 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that really having like the understanding of how the 5s feel in the hands really helps those transitions.
Well, and it's funny that like so for me that the measure 3, the accent on the upbeats are I'm used to like, so if that's kind of how I feel like a country like so I'm not really like used to playing my kick on with that yeah, it's like reverse for me. It's weird. Yeah, it's cool. Really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's do each one 4 measures each. And see, now it's gonna mess everything up because now I'm back to at the end, but it's all good. Let's try 4 measures each and let's go a little faster. Let's go to like 95. All right, 4 measures each. Here we go. Let me. Oh, we don't need a timer. All right, here we go. Oh, we do need a timer. Let me get this. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4. Ah. 3, 4. I'm already lost. Here we go. Did we do that same thing with the click? That's the last one, so we only got like 8 seconds left. Man, my brain is struggling today. But anyways, I hate making excuses like that. But yeah, I displaced the click on accident, which puts us into that funky groove thing again. So yeah, I started losing it and started feeling the metronome on this, and then that threw me off. So I think that's about all I can handle today. Although this one is pretty fun though. One and a one and a two and a two and a two and a two and a four and a four and that's really hard.
Are you guys keeping your accents or your hands even, or are you accenting along with your bass drum?
I'm actually accenting with my bass drum. I know I said replace the accent, but I probably should try to do it without the accents on my hands. But
I was just curious as to
what about you?
I've been trying to keep them even, because I know my tendency is to accent along with what my feet are doing, and I'm trying to break that.
Yeah.
I've been trying to play linearly. So
So
that's
like taking your hand out of this.
yeah.
Yeah, I have a different exercise that's the same thing but written like that. Now that's really hard for me.
Yeah.
Um,
At the
yeah.
slower tempo, I was okay, and then when we sped up, I was like, I gotta play everything.
yeah. I'll there. Let me like.
Wait, how does that work linearly? What are you
So
doing?
playing here, I'll show you. I have it written. Let's see here. I'll show you. This one. So I have accents and I have rests, but then down here would be the kick drum version of that. So measure 18.
Yeah, like that.
Except it goes all the way up and then all the way back down to nothing. That's
that really articulates the 5 turnaround then. So
Yeah.
4, 4, 4, and then you got my favorite 5 lick: foot right, left, right, left.
Oh yeah, that's great. I do that one backwards though. I like that one right, left kick.
Oh yeah.
And then like descending on the toms, it's like it makes a cool like Picaro kind of Picaro-esque like you know.
Yeah.
Whereas
When-
like Picaro would be 16-note triplets. I love that.
Do you keep the sticking consistent when you're doing that, or do you swap it up, like kick right? For looking at this example specifically, do you keep it as if you were just doing a single roll, so you have right, left, and then left, right, left, right?
Yes.
Or-
So
okay.
I like to think about it. It's not specified, but I like to think if this was a single stroke roll, this would be your right hand. So then it would be kick left, kick left, right.
Okay,
And
perfect.
this
That's
would
what
be-
I was thinking.
Yeah, kick or right kick, right left. You know.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that keeps it even.
Yeah. The next level from there would be to do alternating, but alternate everything on the snare line. So like
Yeah.
kicking her left, right, kick, left, kick, right, left,
Oh,
kick,
yeah.
left, right, kick.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Layers.
Practicing it both ways is very, very good, because this way, depending on like where you're playing, depending on where you are orchestrating, you'll be like able to just like, okay, you don't have to think about, is my left hand next or my right hand next. You're practicing
Right.
Right.
I would like to really I need to go through a lot of these and like remake some exercises out of them, like 'cause, doing exactly what you said with like alternating sticking, or first like right hand lead, then left hand lead, then alternating, and like
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
This stuff I wrote when I first started teaching, and I just had like an idea of like how to help somebody with kick drum technique, or like or accuracy or whatever, and so I was like, I wrote this and I actually couldn't play it, but I was like, it's a great idea, and like some of the like this, the ones with the rests instead of what's going on here, instead of the why is this doing this? So accents first and then rests instead of accents is cool. It shows some cool.
Yeah, man. Da Vinci drew helicopters and stuff like that. That never. He was never going to be able to fly a helicopter. So
Yeah.
you writing stuff that you're not able to do now and do it later. It's there. It's good.
Yeah. I think I can get through this. I can get through this sheet now. I would still have to I would probably have to work on each exercise though. But I would like to go through I would like to go through and make these, like you said, like take each one, put a repeat here on number 10, like right here, and then make that its own exercise. And then like page 2 is like maybe this one, and I don't know, we'll figure it out. It's cool though. All right, so nice job today. I like it sometimes when it's just like a small little group, and it's like a little bit more. I don't know. It's I don't know, more intimate. So
Intimate with you guys.
yeah.
Nothing more intimate than the drum set.
Wednesday, we're gonna keep it going, and Adam's gonna do some more stuff Wednesday.
Sweet.
So it's gonna be fun. Loving it. Love it. I love it when you share stuff, Adam. It's cool, man.
Oh,
It like, I don't know, recenters us to like change our way of thinking, and then we get better we become better players, you know.
well, adding. Ideally, it's adding. I know when I used to think of I'm changing what I'm doing, and it feels like, oh, I have to get rid of something and take something else. I like the idea of adding.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, the thing is, like, we all already play drums, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, and we're all unique to, you know, what we do, and so adding to it, it's helping us improve. I think that's really cool. So
Yeah, and the stuff I hear you all talk about here, I take when I mess around, like just what you were showing, that alternating sticking and moving the kick drum around. I'm like, man, that's awesome. Like right foot, left, left foot, and then adding a 5 in there to turn it around, and then move it to triplets. I mean, that's like endless shit to work on, you know. I love it.
exactly.
Deconstruction
All right,
into
so
re-expansion.
Yes.
Yeah, and then like what I love is that it's, you know, it's not extremely complicated stuff. It's like concepts that, you know, you can take and run with them, and then it's
Right.
just even doing that same concept, but doing like doubles and like, you know, or diddling in between those, you know, and just there's, I mean, once you start doing stuff like that, it's like, man, just cheesing stuff, and you know, it's just like, dude, it's you get crazy. So all right, so yeah, anyways, good stuff, and yeah, thank you guys for showing up and coming and doing the thing, and everyone, thank you guys for streaming live with us, whoever's out there with us. If you guys all want to join Chops and Coffee that are streaming with us, you're welcome to. It's just on the Drum Brigade website page. We have Chops and Coffee merch now, and if you guys want to jump in on that too, coffee mugs, sweatshirts, t-shirts, baby shirts, women shirts, all the above. Yeah. And then if you join Chops and Coffee, you get a 10% discount. So on all Drum Brigade merch. So yeah. All right. Thank you guys again. And
All right, you guys.
everybody on Wednesday.
Yep.
Have a good day.
Have a good one.